Ladies and gentlemen, the moment that we have been waiting for as Kryptonians is finally here, and it gives me great pleasure to address the elephant in the room. Some of us feel personally connected to this artist because we believe that we have witnessed what we believe is the start from the first viral video to the next, to great cover songs, to eventually features and dropping his own music, and later touching our hearts during performances leading up to this very moment, his first ever tour. Sold out tour, that is. Ladies and gentlemen, please help me welcome Lloyiso. How are you doing, my brother?
Good, man. Thank you so much for the warm welcome, man. It's so beautiful to see the trajectory of my career and how people see it. So thank you for that.
I do appreciate you making time for us. But before we get into the interview, I also want to give a special thanks to Stella Artois for making this happen. Let's talk about the title of the tour itself, The Elephant in the Room. What inspired that?
The Elephant in the Room is basically the topic of my music. So through the years, I've spoken about things that I go through like on a day-to-day basis, and it's not that you find everybody every day talking about their feelings and being vulnerable. So for me, I've created a space that when I'm on stage, it feels like you're talking, you're singing through me, and you're feeling and you're healing through me. So the Elephant in the Room is addressing all the things that happen when you're alone, the tears that happen when you're alone. So yeah, man.
And this tour is a season of your mini firsts.
Yeah.
This tour is a season of your many firsts.
Yes.
Yeah, and then what is the one thing that has been surprising or unexpected when putting together this tour?
So ticket sales, they sold out so quickly. Like I put it out yesterday. Today I'm like looking at my phone. I'm like, oh wait, 200 tickets left. I'm like, I'm stressing. What am I doing? So it is the love, man. You know, because my most of my career has been online. And most of the stuff that I've done were online, never like in person. So like having people come in physical form and enjoy my music is beautiful.
Let's talk about the ticket sales. One of my colleagues was waiting to get paid for her to buy the ticket. But that was too late for her, and I was telling her to relax. Usually this happens, and then at a later stage, more tickets are available. Yeah. But this was not the case. Wow, so people were talking about, we need a bigger venue when you come back.
Yeah, we're working on that. We're working on that.
Speaking of the performances, a lot of times when you perform, whether people know your music or not, you have this thing of touching the audience, and you bring out this emotional side every time you perform. What do you attribute that to?
I think it's sometimes I don't understand it too, man. It comes from inside. Sometimes I just feel sad and I just want to share it. I think that's the power of music, is that you hone into the moments where you feel the most vulnerable and the most weak. Because you know it's hard to navigate through things when you don't know how to deal with them. So when you don't know how to deal with them, you find a way. And music is my escape. And through music, I share a part of myself that is like deep. So not a lot of people do that. So that's how I'm who I am.
You did share something so deep in Pretoria. We saw it. There were surprise acts. Yeah. What can we expect as Kryptonians? We are ready tonight. The outfits are ready. What are some of the surprises that people can look out for?
A surprise is a surprise, you know.
Maybe a sneak peek of maybe
a surprise is a surprise. If you don't have a ticket, you ain't got a surprise.
Okay, let's talk about the marriage between the brand Lloyiso and Stella Artois. How did that happen, and maybe some of the contributions they've had on this tour?
First of all, I'm a big beer fan, and Stella Artois stands out in quality, obviously, and how it looks. It looks amazing. I love it for how it looks more than it tastes, to be honest, but I think how it tastes is just as equally good. It's been a process. So I did my first show with Stella in 2021. I think it was 2021 or 2022, Wangi? Right about, oh, damn. I did it in 2021, and then I think they saw me there and they were like, yo, bro, we'd love to work with you. And they hadn't booked me ever since. They didn't book me for anything. I was like, what, you guys want to work with me, but like, you don't book me for your events? So I knew there was something in the works. So we started having conversations about joining the two brands, Lloyiso, the vulnerability, because some things are worth more, which is a big stellar brand saying. It's just about how things are connected and how people are connected. So it's been like that connection that we've been building, and it's 2024 now, and we're doing this. So it's just we've built a good foundation, not just like them seeing me as the singer guy that has followers on Instagram, but seeing me for who I am. So that's just been a good, wholesome journey. And that's all I wish for. I wish to work with brands that really understand Lloyiso and understand what I stand for. So yeah, shout out to Stella for coming on board and making it happen.
And another thing that our audience is looking forward to is the new music that you're going to be performing later today. I understand that you're working on an album. And you've worked with Grammy Award-winning producers Ethan and Paul. How has their influence shaped the sound and direction of the album?
Yo, in different ways, man. It's so crazy because when I was doing this album, I did it at home. I make my own music. I produce, I write, I do everything. So it was the first time I was ever in a room with other people that were equally as involved as I was. So they just like took the music to another level, and it's different. It's different to what you've heard.
We know you as an emotional guy. I want to find out from the album itself, right?
Yeah.
What is that one song or songs?
Emotional guy.
You just evoking.
It sounds like I'm just a crying baby all the time.
No. We mean you deep. You're in touch with the emotions.
I'm always on that crying tip. I'm always in the sea or like, no.
I'm not. You are in touch with the emotions, and something that we actually appreciate about you as an artist. So what is that one song or songs in the album that were very difficult to either record or write, that you are very keen for the audience to see how they're going to receive it?
It's definitely the first song I'm going to be performing. It's the first song.
Tell us more about that song.
You'll hear it.
Makes sense. So before we let you go, 3 words that you would use to describe the tour and the album.
2 words: vulnerable and unique.
Vulnerable and unique. That's what you guys can expect. But right now it's time for us to go back to the studio. But later on, you'll find us addressing the elephant in the room.